Now on 12, a youth program director suspended following accusations of an inappropriate connection with a teen boy. Plus, members of the FDNY come together to honor some of their fallen members who died due to illnesses related to the 9/11 rescue efforts. And a new mural is making an official debut in our borough, but it's the message behind it that has people talking. Hello and thank you for joining us here on News 12 The Bronx. I'm Dave Roush. A community school director at PS 48 in Hunts Point is suspended after facing some very disturbing charges. He's accused of attempting to meet a teenage boy at LaGuardia Airport to later have sex. News 12 The Bronx reporter Michelle Ross has the details for us now.
It's one of the last things parents
And a longtime teacher at Fordham Prep taking a voluntary paid leave of absence following accusations of misconduct. The high school sending a letter to students yesterday explaining that they received an anonymous letter alleging the misconduct by that teacher. Now, we are not releasing the teacher's name because so far no charges are being filed. However, the Bronx District Attorney is investigating. School officials say they feel there are inaccuracies and a lack of detail in the allegation. But the school says it is cooperating with the DA's investigation. A spokesperson for Fordham Prep tells us they are not commenting any further than the letter sent out on Thursday. Meanwhile, a judge overseeing the sexual assault case against Harvey Weinstein approved consolidating two separate indictments against the movie mogul, giving prosecutors permission to swap old sex assault charges with new ones. Weinstein pleaded not guilty on August 26th to a new indictment, adding the new charges. Prosecutors asked to have old versions of those charges dismissed. Prosecutors say the new charges were needed to lay the legal foundation for Sopranos actress Annabella Sciorra to testify about claims that Weinstein raped her in 1993. Weinstein's case involves allegations from other women. He has denied all accusations of non-consensual sex. His trial is scheduled to start on January the 6th. The FDNY honored 22 fallen heroes on Friday, all of whom have died from 9/11 related illnesses, by hanging plaques in their honor on a growing memorial wall. News 12 The Bronx reporter Sabrina Franza has that story. 343 of New York's bravest died on 9/11, just 140 fewer than the amount of FDNY members who have passed in the wake of the attacks. Well, a new study by the American Medical Association shows a link between cardiovascular disease and exposure to the World Trade Center site. It shows that repeated exposure to dust during the cleanup led to elevated risk of heart disease that lasted for up to 16 years. According to the study, first responders present the morning of 9/11 had a higher risk than those who arrived later in the week. Firefighters were studied, but anyone working at the area could have been impacted. One veterans post in the borough is calling on the community for help before their annual Veterans Day Parade in Throgsneck. The United Veterans Day Parade Committee of Greater New York is in desperate need of new American flags. They are asking the community to sponsor 100 new flags by donating $50 each. The flags will line the parade route that starts from Lafayette Avenue to Bicentennial Veterans Memorial Park. Their current collection is worn out and torn, and those on the committee want the new flags to mark their 35th year hosting the parade in the Bronx, since it is a special one.
At this point, we cannot display those flags. They're pretty deteriorated. They weathered quite a bit. So any new flags that we can get will be greatly appreciated to show the community that, you know, we do care, and this community do love the veterans here at this post.
The parade will be held on November 10th. It marks the Marine Corps' 244th birthday and the 100th anniversary of the birth of the American Legion. And to find out how you can donate, just head over to our website at news12.com. Click on numbers and links. Beachgoers hoping to get a little water at Orchard Beach on Friday were turned away following a citywide closure of all beaches in anticipation of what Hurricane Dorian might bring. City officials have banned swimming and surfing at all city beaches on Friday and Saturday. The ban comes on the last weekend of the 2019 beach season. Lifeguards will be watching the 14 miles of beach that's managed by the Parks Department to enforce that shutdown. As of now, officials do plan to have the beaches open on Sunday for one final day of summer fun. Otherwise, city pools and splash parks will be open throughout the weekend.
Good. Saturday night's also looking good. Sunday, very, very nice. We'll take a look at that hyperlocal 7-day forecast in less than 10 minutes.
All right, Daryl, thanks so much. A mother continues to search for her missing son, who was diagnosed with schizophrenia after he disappeared 5 months ago in the Soundview neighborhood. Police say Salvatore Gabriello was last seen on March 26th at 1056 Boynton Avenue, where he lived with his mother, Lucia. She was on vacation at the time. She hasn't seen or heard from him since. While she's since moved away from that Boynton Avenue home to a new home, she continues to walk the streets of the old neighborhood, chatting with neighbors about new leads or potential updates on her son. Some neighbors have told Lucia they've seen Salvatore sleeping in a nearby building. A New York City school bus driver told her she's seen him around a few times. These pieces of information give her hope that he's trying to find her.
I think he has walked around and lingered around, and I think that something happened. I don't know.
Police say the investigation into the disappearance is ongoing, and they ask that you call Crime Stoppers if you have any information that could help them. Well, an MTA worker is hospitalized following an accident on train tracks near Yankee Stadium. Officials say that worker was overseeing track work at 3 a.m. Friday morning. Not a lot is known about what happened, but we're told the 54-year-old man suffered severe burns and was taken to Harlem Hospital. MTA President Andy Byford told the media that this will be thoroughly investigated. The MTA went on to add that the injured worker has 12 years of experience with the agency. We're told he is expected to be okay. Turning to crime news now, state police officers in Wappinger Falls, New York, are on the hunt for this Bronx man accused of forging checks and depositing them into an ATM here in the Bronx. So if you have any information that can help, you are asked to call police. A vacant lot on the corner of Quincy and Miles Avenue is causing a headache for neighbors. Literally, the vacant lot is overgrown with weeds and is now attracting animals and bugs. The lot is also a dumping ground for trash and dog waste. Neighbors nearby are upset because the lot was recently sold to new owners, and they say they haven't been keeping it in good shape. They say it's unsightly and bringing down their neighborhood. Now, we reached out to Councilmember Mark Jonai, who said protecting our community's quality of life is a priority. He says his team has reached out to the Department of Health to work with them on resolving the issue. We will follow up with the department and local residents in the coming days to confirm that the problem has been addressed. That coming from the councilman's office. We also reached out to the owner of the lot, but we have yet to hear back.
High Bridge. You're watching News 12 The Bronx, as local news gets.
Welcome back. A mural now up promoting love in Concourse Village. You can find his artwork on 150th Street and Cedar Avenue. Julio Pabon with the South Bronx Community Association tells News 12 the wall before the mural was filled with graffiti. It took several years to make the project a reality. Council member Rafael Salamanca Jr. helped secure money, and once they found an artist, they had to figure out what message that they wanted.
Can I catch this one? We need to promote more love, and something as simple as this I think is good, and it is working. People are actually stopping by and taking pictures.
I love to do that because it brings joy to people, and that's the power of art.
And the Pergonis Theater also helped make the mural possible. Well, after asking New Yorkers to weigh in on their favorite new license plate design, the Department of Motor Vehicles has unveiled a winner. Out of the 5 designs presented, this was the one that got an overwhelming amount of support, almost 50% of all votes. The new official license plate will be available starting in April. In national news, the U.S. job market is looking strong. Employers added 130,000 jobs in August. Wages are also up 3.2%. Unemployment stayed the same at 3.7%. And for 107 months straight, the U.S. economy has been adding jobs. However, the pace of hiring has slowed down. In other news, White Claw Seltzer, which is an industry leader, says there's a nationwide shortage of the popular drink. The company suggests it became the victim of its own success, with demand taking off faster than the company expected. White Claw sales spiked by almost 300% in July compared to the same month last year. And according to Nielsen data, the company clinched more than half of the country's total hard seltzer sales during the 4th of July week. The company says it is working to increase its supply, but no word yet on when store shelves will be fully restocked. Every week we get the chance to introduce you to 2 kids in our area hoping to be adopted into loving homes. News 12's Gianna Gelosi is showing us the kids we're highlighting this week.
Zaira. She's a 15-year-old young woman who loves drawing, painting, and writing her own music. She is described as a bubbly old soul and really enjoys participating in after-school programming. She also has 5 siblings that she likes to keep in touch with. And this is Jihad, who likes to be called JJ. He's a fun-loving, adventurous, and athletic almost 11-year-old with a kind and vibrant spirit. He loves to dance, sing, and play sports, especially basketball. He also has 3 other brothers who are being planned for separately but need to remain a part of his life. So to learn more about these kids or others like them, log on to news12.com and we'll link you up.
Volunteers in City Island are using oysters to improve their waterway, and local restaurants are pitching in to help out. The restaurants are collecting shells, which will eventually go back into the water. Seashore, Seafood City, Sammy's Shrimp Box, Tony's Pier, Lobster House, and Johnny's Reef are volunteering to help out the cause. Organizers say those oysters will bring more life to the island. Adding 1 oyster can filter 50 gallons of water every day. Their goal is to reestablish the oyster reef population that they say was vibrant a long time ago.
There's a lot of people in the community that made their living around here on the water. So by bringing back the oysters and the ecosystem, it's going to help everything across the board.
Those collected shells are initially kept out of the water to remove toxins. Once they're ready, about a year later, they will be put back into Long Island Sound. Well, around the world to Brazil now, where officials say 4 hours of rain on Thursday reduced parts of the Amazon forest fire in the Brazilian state of Rondônia. This is one of the areas hit worst by the fires in the world's largest tropical rainforest since August. The Brazilian government has recently stepped up efforts to combat raging fires in the Amazon, but hot, dry, and windy weather posed a challenge to those working to control it. Close to 95,000 fires were recorded in Brazil between January 1st and August 28th, a 75% increase year over year, and that's according to data from Brazil's National Institute for Space Research. And News 12's Daryl Green is here with your hyper-local forecast. Daryl, how's that weekend shaping up?
A lot better than what we've been looking through